baby, you're all I'm craving for. Take me back, baby, please let me have once more. The keys on my key ring that opens your front door. Take me back, baby, oh honey, you're so sweet. Oh, you take me back, baby, that makes my life complete. I won't need these numbers of other gals on the street.
Young people, they stay on their smartphones all day long, and they miss out on everything else that's going on in the world.
That's right.
You know, and they don't sit down and say, so here's the problem. When I was growing up, I wasn't attracted to the kids. I was attracted to the old people. While they were playing, I would go sit and talk to the old people because they tell those stories. And those stories were more interesting to me than what the kids was doing, because I always had access to the kids, but I didn't always have access to grandmama, granddaddy, my aunts and uncles, and they just tell stories and you just go, wow.
My name is Williams, Jerry Williams, Jerry. I'm 89.
89. You got a birthday coming up, right?
And birthday be March 24, be 90 years old. Oh yes, my dad told me when I was 16 years old that I had to go to work. And so I said, well, Dad, if I got to go to work, I said, I want to get a job where I can make some money. So my dad got me a job on the railroad, Illinois Central Railroad. And I worked for the first several weeks. I worked from 11 till 7 in the morning, from 11 to 7. That was the shift, the third shift. And every morning, 8:45, I had to be in school at Booker Washington High School. I was able to get through high school and was getting ready to go to college, and then they said they won't have some black policemen. That's when I decided that I would take a chance to be one of the first black policemen. I felt like that I was doing something that was worth me doing. I wasn't afraid. I did what I thought was right. I felt like that our people were being mistreated, and I felt like that if we could make things better for our own people, that's what I wanted to do. Well, back in the day, the Memphis Police Academy was just only 3 weeks training. You go through the first week, you make a good grade, you go into the second week, and then that third week you graduate, you finish the academy. And then they give you about 2 weeks, you get started on the force as a policeman. Initially, when we started out, we had to walk the beat on Bill Street. We walked the beat off and on. I walked the beat on Bill Street area for about 14 years. We had a good instructor. Our instructor was a brilliant man. He was white, but he was brilliant. And he told us it's going to be difficult. And he wanted each one of us to pass and make a good grade. He was quite a guy, and he wanted us to do good as policemen. He did his best, give us the best training that he could give us. Most of the time we worked nights from 11 to 7 when we first started. I went to a squad car in Orange Mountain area in Memphis in 1962. We stayed in the squad car for about 5 years. Then I got promoted. But I can remember during that time I was working for patrol car, and I received a call from the police dispatcher to see a complainant on Park and Marshall Neal in Orange Mountain. So I pulled down and I met the young lady, and she told me that how proud she was of me being a police officer, and that I didn't mistreat nobody, and that she had gotten together and got a petition of 500 signatures from the people on Bill Street to get me promoted. And her name was Gladys. I don't remember her last name, but her name was Gladys. And I said, young lady, you don't have to do that. She said, I know it, said, but I just want you to know how well you're thought of on Bill Street. Within the next 30 days, the chief called me and said, Jerry, said, I don't know whether you've been out here politicking or what, said, but I've been getting a lot of calls in your behalf. I said, well, Chief, I haven't been politicking. I said, I just talked to a lot of people. They know me, you know. He said, well, that's no problem. He said, I'm going to see to you being promoted. So you go down to the personnel office and tell them to give you a gold badge. And that was in 1962, I believe it was. So I was promoted to lieutenant.
Now, weren't you assigned to Martin Luther King's detail?
Yes, during that time, my inspector, the chief, when they would get a call from Dr. King's office in Alabama, stating that they was coming to Memphis, Dr. King's office would let us know here at Memphis Police Department that he was coming to Memphis and what time and everything. And my commanding officer would make sure that I would make sure that Dr. King would be secured. We would stay with him day and night until he leaves. We would get him on the airplane when he departed, and when he leaves the next 2 or 3 days or whatever, we'd call the headquarters and let them know that he's on plane and headed back to Atlanta.
That was an honor, wasn't it?
It was. I really enjoyed it. So I think Dr. King made things better, not only here in Memphis, but throughout the whole nation. And I think Dr. King, the longer we remember his assassination, the more people as a whole should remember the fine things that he did for us as black people. Critics had said when we got hired back in 1948 that we would not last 6 months. But I had a feeling that we were just 13 of us, and we had a feeling that we was going to beat this thing, that we were going to overcome, and that Memphis black people were going to be proud of us. And we stuck with it. We made things better. And I just feel like that I never thought at the time that I would see a black police chief. But I will say this, and I'm not just saying that to get anybody praise, but I've watched the actions of Director Rawlings ever since he's been director of Memphis Police Department. And a lot of people don't realize what it took. I thought I had courage, but I don't know whether I would have went on the bridge like this man did. I think I would have had my gun. But this man, Director Rawlings, which was the right thing to do, got out there with the people and let them know that he was sympathizing with them, that he was going to see this thing through. And that's what he did. Now, he may have been criticized a lot of times about it, but he did what was right. And that's what the police are supposed to do. Director Rawlings, I wish him and his family well, because I feel like that he's done something for Memphis that no other director has done. And I just want to say that I'm thankful to have had a chance to meet him. Today was the first time I met him. I've seen him on TV for 2 or 3 years or so.
I have a feeling you're going to see a lot more of him.
Well, I hope so. I feel like that he's a wonderful man. And it makes me feel proud, because when I was a young policeman, I never thought I would be able to make a lieutenant. I started off walking Bill Street. I thought my days would be spent on Bill Street. But here's a man that went on up to be at the top of his profession as a director. This has been a wonderful day for me, because I had a chance to meet this great man and what he's about. And I'm going to thank God for him and his family and what he's done for this city. And thank you.
Learn the true value of a challenging and rewarding career with the Memphis Police Department. Join the best in blue. Visit joinmpd.com.